Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time we ended up clearing out this little area, a couple spots, Wyndham, ruins and catacombs up at Mount Gelmir. Doubled back to the Great Waterfall Basin from the aqueduct facing cliffs, fought the twin gargoyles, hopped in a coffin, and then ended up here in, I can't remember the name of the place. But yeah, we're here now. It's dark. And if you look... Oh, you can't really see. It's full of bugs. Yeah, this ought to be an easy fight. Off screen I upgraded my talisman, or not, it's not a talisman, it's a sacred seal. Upgraded my seal a level just because I had enough stuff for it. Figured get a little more oomph out of my magic. I also upgraded Nagakiba a bit, because I would like to use that at some point. Hey, Staff of the Avatar! Call me Aang. Staff of the Avatar... Where is it? Right here. So, you jump up into the air, slam down, send gold shockwaves. It's the best ground slam. You need a lot of strength. Would I use it? Probably not. It's not a bad spell, but it's not one where... Hang on. Did I get a Talk to Melina option? No. It's also not one where I'm like, ooh, this is really good. It's acceptable. Just like I always say, there are better options. And that's always the curse here. Oh, yeah, here's some bugs. See if we can... one tap... Nope. Now we gotta avoid the big ants. Ooh, golden land. That's actually really good. And I go bye-bye. Yeah, so that just happened. What I expected, honestly. I hate the resilient ants with the big flat heads. Because apparently their heads are so thick they can absorb anything. Give me my souls. It's only 14,000, but I earned them. Yeah, and as you can tell, dropping that Erdtree avatar and only getting as little little runes as I did, I'm overpowered for this area, but I'm not overpowered for this area. Resting again because I'm here and I might as well do it. Let's go lightning spear. There's a lot of bugs ahead and some of them are flying. I do wish we would get the return of, like, simple as a weapon enhancement. And I hope you like jumping along routes, because we get to do that. Only upside is having torrent. I will say though, smithing 6s, I do need those to upgrade my Naginata here. So that's a good sign. And I'll also need them for the Nagakiba. I can't think of any other generic weapons that are gonna need boosts. After this, it's pretty much all weapons that are they're uniques. That's too far out. So we'll double back, look, see what I can reach from here. Okay, so we'll just drop down here. Because at this point, I'll just wing a fireball. Didn't think that was gonna land, honestly. Yeah, I'm not gambling on that one. Gonna be a whole lot of bugs in here. Trying to remember, these are based off of a certain kind of actual ant. I think it's honeypot or dewpot or something. Because of how their abdomen, I want to say it is. Yeah, I think it's their abdomen, because it's head, thorax, abdomen. I don't know, the way it's swollen, the way like that, where it's got the white, is because its carapace is actually segmented to allow for it. Yay, having esoteric bug knowledge. Please. He's above me. I just want to target. Fine, we're blind firing. Oh, almost had him. Let's try this. It's a little more intensive on my FP cost, but it gets the job done. And that was a double, so I don't know why the engorged ones give Newman's runes. Okay, that should be most of them. Yeah, we got a couple over there, and that's about it. This is a lot easier if you're an intelligence build once again. Just stone sling everything to death. Since the first rock will always fall off, usually, but the second two have so much more range that they'll continue on and hit whatever. Elden Stars, it's a mixed bag. I will be 100% honest. It's a good spell, but it's also a bad spell. Because you can do good damage with it, but it takes 2 slots, it's homing, which is great, but it's also not as good as some other spells out there. So you really have to kind of... You will use it, but it is a spell you have to kind of use yourself and kind of weigh your opinions on it and say whether or not it's worth it in your eyes. Of course. I'm gonna sneak just in case. That wasn't worth it. But whatever. It happened. I do wish enchanted gear would still allow you to do like greases and actual spell enchants. If I want to buff an enhanced weapon, let me. I don't see a problem. As we've seen, some of these fights, even having, that extra edge isn't going to save you at times. So it's like, with that in mind, who cares? Life is short. Double enchant a weapon. And there should be a number of bugs around here. Don't worry, I'll find a way around eventually. Here is a spot where you probably could get away with using Oga if you really felt like it. Because you're gonna have the advantage of all that range. But as long as you're not playing Unga Bunga Melee Man, you should be fine. Just, as you can see, just whipping whatever you got at him. What? There should be a site of grace. I want to say up ahead. I don't remember exactly. I have yet to go through here again on my main character. I'm on New Game Plus, I just haven't played much of them. Mostly because I can just walk through, like, every fight. At least early game. Which I do appreciate, because if I had to struggle as much as I did my first time through, I wouldn't do New Game Plus, ever. And even then, the only reason I'm doing New Game Plus is so I can get dupes on some weapons. Well, this is a thing. FromSoft games kind of dupe you at a certain point, where you end up feeling like every little side path like that has to have loot, but then you get so accustomed to them not having anything that you start assuming the inverse. You're like, oh, there's not going to be anything there, and then the time you don't check is the time there is loot there. Oh, that's annoying and painful. Oh, it's butterflies. That's what the light is. I was trying to figure out what it was. I was like, what is that? It's very faint, and I can't identify it. Yeah, it's nascent butterflies. They have that slight glow to them. You know what? I don't care. I'll use Crimson Tears if I want. Yeah, so we have a Site of Grace right here. And all of that to explore. Ah, it's the Deeproot Depths.
Oh, Lord Godwin. Such cruelty. Such humiliation. Oh, my poor sweet lordling should have died a true death. As the first of the demigods to die. As a martyr to destined death. But why must it yet bring such disgrace? A scion of the Golden Bough, sentenced to live in death. How could such a thing come to be? Oh.
Yep, Godwin is undead. Or kind of. It's Fia's goal to kind of make him the first of the undead. It's weird. This game, like many FromSoft games, has a very weird handling of life and death. Like, everybody essentially has pseudo-immortality. Okay, so... see if we can hit him from here. Ah, it's not enough for a one hit. That's a little annoying. Because there is a lot a lot of basilisks hidden throughout here. Yeah, at that point, we're better off just using Lightning Spear. Yep, we got a gargoyle hanging out. Yeah, the basilisks. Like I said before, this area, it should have been skeletons, honestly. I get why they did basilisks. You know, with it being death magic. I'm still not happy about it. I mean, damn, at that rate, if it's 2 fireballs, no matter how I do it, I might as well just do 2 short casts instead of trying to long cast it. At least this way I can try to dupe a couple into getting hit by the same fireball. I've said it before, and I'll say it again, especially because it's very fitting here. I wish death magic had more practical uses. Because the fact that it is its own, like, resistance, and because of how it's set up in this game as the insta-kill magic, much like Curse or Petrification in the past, I feel like these should have all just been combined into one category, and each, while extremely dangerous, has their own kind of effects. You know, you could do different death effects, you know. Curse reduces your overall max HP until cured. Or purged, or whatever you want it to be. Petrification could increase equip load or something. Some penalty that, once again, needs to be treated. Death can do something else. You know, they all can be serious negatives while being unique, and should honestly just be something you can apply to other enemies. It's kind of dumb when it's like, oh hey, you can suffer from death, but you come back, so it's not really death anyways, but nobody else suffers from this strain of death. Gotta be careful, there's a rune bear in the area. There's a cave somewhere. I don't remember exactly the spot. We're gonna find him, because I'm stupid. But there is a cave that he dwells in. And fighting him is not fun, because he's a rune bear. I just remember getting chased to, like, the ends of the earth. Ah, he's in here. See what I mean? Classic rune bear behavior. Yeah. And I want to kill him because we're going to end up clearing up this route. I don't even know if there's really a hiding spot for me, if we're being honest. Will this reach you? Yes, it will. Oh, you can just hop that. Okay. Cool, cool. Good to know, good to know. Let's just start flinging. And hop back over. We got ourselves a system. It's inefficient. It's not great. But you know what? It works, and that's all I can say about it. Until it stops working, and then we're kind of screwed. I could go for an attempt on a Rotten Breath, but I need to get him in here. Because if I can get him in, then I can bait out him standing still for a bit. Because as it stands, he is not standing still. Come on. Get in. There we go. And you already ran out, of course. As I hear trees around me break. Nothing. Please, game, I'd like to move. Oh, good to know he can follow me out of the tiny nook. But we got him. So it doesn't matter. We just gotta wait him out. See, I get it. The AI is trying to find a way to make it accessible to me. But it's really annoying when he just keeps like zigzagging. There. You are now dead. Thank you. Yeah, the Prince of Death's Cyst. Which just boosts your resistance to death. Yay. You know, the sad part? I wouldn't even suggest using it in here. That is how mid I think the death resist items are. Because the only guys that are going to do it are the few cultists we encountered in previous areas, and they are one-time spawns. Worm faces, which you should have already defeated. Those guys, which you don't need to face, like, any of them. I think there's 2 in this area you actually have to fight. Okay, so we have our Site of Grace here. We'll hit that. We won't rest just yet. I'll tell you here now. You can hit all of these summon signs. No one's ever here. The only time you'll find someone is further back when they're just getting into this area. Short of that, you'll never find anyone. I've tried. And it's less of me needing help and more of me wanting to help. Just, there's nobody. People don't... I don't know if people just don't go here, or people just don't care. Or it's just so easy for people, which I think is part of it. You know, the area... The gargoyle boss is a challenge enough that people stall coming here, and then by the time they actually show up here, they're already, like, well built and well geared, to the point where they don't really need a second person to fight trash mobs. And as we see, the basilisks, for the most part, are spread out. The worst you have to deal with is the odd, like, pocket of them. But even then, you know, instance like this. 2. Okay. You can pick off one, and then fight the other, and you're good. The time it takes to lose my death build up, while it is a little long, isn't enough to be like, oh, I need the nullifying boluses. I just simply keep moving. And there's also the advantage, you can negate these guys simply by hitting them. You know, they can't do their breath attack if they can't take a breath. And if you have a weapon like a pole arm, you have poke. Yeah, we're gonna have to go there, because there's stuff on top. There's some stuff over there, but it's not really worth it. You can go way over there. We have to go there, and there. You can also take the Spirit Spring, which I don't know if this is the one. I think this is just kind of the short range one. There's one that's a longer launch. Oh yeah, the other gargoyle. Oh, that's not good. I was about to say, I don't care what the game throws at me, because nothing is dangerous. The Spectral Knights are actually dangerous. Of the enemies to be concerned about, it's effectively just them. Nothing else in the game is scary enough to be like, hey, you should probably avoid these guys at all costs. Yeah, Prince of Death Staff, that's a good find for any int faith builds. Yeah, let's do it. I'm stupid. Let's make poor decisions. Okay, smithing 7, actually a great decision. Riding by the basilisk, all I could think of is the Simpsons episode where Skinner, it turns out he's actually not who he says he is. He took the name of a guy from like Vietnam. And then he's driving by on a motorcycle and they're like, Principal Skinner? And he just goes, up yours, children. All I could think is just riding by the basilisk, just being like, up yours, basilisk. They're just looking at you, not with their big googly eyes, but their actual teeny little eyes underneath, just like, huh? Okay, so from here, we gotta reposition, because this area is no longer useful. We need to cross over to here. Thought I was gonna die. We cross over to here, then man, I was really lucky on that one. Not gonna lie. I just kind of panic jumped. Ouch. Alright, so we gotta find a way around somehow. I think now is our opportunity. And we passed. With little to no problems. Now he's cleared. And we can keep going, but I'm gonna knock this guy. Kill him quick, because I just don't want him here. And because there's still some items here. Nothing like missing a heavy attack on a stationary target. If that doesn't boost your confidence, I don't know what will. Okay, so all of the upper area is clear. All of this is clear. Now what we can do is simply drop down to here. And we now have this site of grace. I really didn't grab the map here, huh? I gotta think about where that is. And then we got this. You know what? Yeah, let's go for it. This is a challenge, but it isn't a challenge. There are two ways you can do this. The difficult way, where you will suffer immensely, or the easy way, which you will suffer probably only a little. Unless this isn't prepared for me. It isn't. Okay. Oh no, it is. Yeah, so if you play and actually summon people, if I remember correctly, it will pick random players' builds. And if you... Actually, these might be player builds, because that was kind of weird. And poor Roger. He is now but a ghost. Now be ready for this one, because our last fight is a triple threat. This might be player builds, because some of these are kinda sus. Like, Lionel is always the same. The other two, not so much. Up, one guy is down. I'll back off then. And he got fireballed too. And now we have Fia's Mist. Can I use it? No, because it is an incantation. Or, no, it's not an incantation, it's sorcery. So it's a waste for me, but you might find use from it. And that's the first part of this fight. We have a second part we actually have to go into after talking to Fia, but we will get into all that next time. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.